College football at the Sun Bowl. Unranked Iowa scorched number 20 Washington 38-18. Cedric Shaw left them all in awe as he ran wild. 135 rushing yards on the day, and this beauty was from 58 yards out. Elsewhere, Southern topped FAMU in the Heritage Bowl. LSU all over Michigan State in the Independence Bowl. Kansas State finished the season 10-2 with a Holiday Bowl win.
State toppling Colorado State 54-21 in the Holiday Bowl. Backup QB Brian Cavanaugh comes off the bench to toss 4 TD passes, finishing 18 of 24 for 242 yards. Elsewhere, Southern wins the Heritage. Iowa stopping
85 Nokia Sugar Bowl. It's the battle in the Big Easy between Virginia Tech and Texas, the chance at the Southwest Conference. And folks, down here in New Orleans, you don't need much of a reason to party. And the party is about to begin. They are ready to raise the roof here in the Superdome. Good after the name of Todd Blackledge. Maybe you remember him. He played well for Penn State as his number 2 Nittany Lions took on number 1 Georgia. He was a little bit lighter, a little faster back then, but the arm was still strong. Blackledge threw that touchdown pass, won the MVP, and Penn State went on to win the national title. Big fella, you said you're going to let me wear your championship ring. Happy New Year to you and yours.
You too.
Todd, let's start with Virginia Tech. When you talk about the Hokies, you look at a team whose signature starts with its defense.
Mark, they play great defense. They dominated the Big East Conference in every category. And take a look at how they rank nationally. They were the number 1 defense against the run, the number 5 scoring defense, 10th overall, and 44 sacks. And it all starts with Cornell Brown, their All-American defensive end. People think that this is the best player on defense that Virginia Tech has had since Bruce Smith wore a Hokie uniform. Another inside force is a 5th-year senior by the name of J.C. Price, a very athletic guy with a motor that doesn't quit. And the middle linebacker, George Del Rico, 3-year starter and the leading tackler on the football team, a swarming Hokie defense.
And there's a look at head coach Frank Beamer, and here come the Hokies. Out of the hills of Southwest Virginia, the co-champions of the Big East Conference. Todd, let's talk about the team on the other side of the field now. Texas, they have had a record-setting year offensively, a great one, the best maybe in John Mackovic's tenure so far.
Well, Mark, they gained over 5,000 yards on offense, and it starts with their quarterback, James Brown. Now, the scary thing about James Brown, he was a Southwest Conference most valuable player on offense, and he played hurt the whole year. He had a bad shoulder throughout the season, a bum ankle late in the year. He's not 100% yet, but he's still healthier than he's been. They can also run it. Tailback Sean Mitchell became the first guy since Eric Metcalf back in 1987 to run for over 1,000 yards for the Longhorns. They've got a bruiser back too, Ricky Williams, a true freshman out of San Diego, California. A great 1-2 punch to go along with James Brown. And take a look at what these 3 guys have meant to the Texas offense this year. 95% of that record-setting 5,199 yards.
And here come the Longhorns onto the field, carrying the banner for the Southwest Conference for the last time in its storied 82-year college football history. Right up, Virginia Tech and the Texas Longhorns coming up next.
It is 3rd down and 15. Brown tries to take off, but is brought down to the 33-yard line. The Hokie defense holding. Myron Newsom making the tackle. All of them back there. Druckenmiller to pass. And it's incomplete at the 43-yard line. And down.
Dean! Start! Mike's right rep. Hike!
That's the pass protection. Anyway, it's pretty complex. Todd, I'll let you take it from there.
Well, basically, he calls the game at the line of scrimmage. You can see him doing it right now, whether he's under center or in the shotgun.
This is Thomas over the right side out to the 47-yard.
Either right or left. Then he uses a coded word to call the play, the type of play. Then he calls out the defensive front. That alerts the offensive line how they're going to protect. And then he and the center communicate the snap count.
3rd and 4, 3 wideouts for Druckenmiller. Under pressure, gets it off. Cornelius White has it knocked away. Here's Brian Still on the flanker screen. Still out near the 1st down. A tremendous lunging effort at the 40-yard line to the top of your screen. 3rd and 6 with 5:47 to play in the half. Play fake. Pick almost picked off, and Jennings makes the catch. Jennings with a first down at the 45-yard line.
Stand by TV1.
This is where you want to come in, right? Roll to 13 off, right?
4th and 10, 4 seconds. It's come down to this in the opener. Lobs it. Hayes is there. Touchdown! We're going to throw the other one for it. This baby's over.
20 fires. Touchdown!
28-27. Army's going for the win. Takeda. He's got Lashinsky. Oh, he didn't get in. What a play. Ivory Covington.
As we continue with more scores and highlights. USC down 5.
There he is. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Keyshawn Johnson. They hand it off to Jabbar. Can he get there? That's it. It's over. Oregon's defense responds.
Well, they're going to try to run one play, and it better be a quick one as Grove throws. Yeah, intercepted. Picked off by Virginia Tech. Antonio Banks takes it all the way.
4 seconds left. The snap back to Danny Cannell. And he hands off the ball. No, he lost the ball. What are they going to call? They're going to say no. They're going to say no. Virginia won the football game. Virginia. I don't believe it.
There's been plenty of debate and controversy over running up the score. There seems to be no stopping the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Here's George. Middle's there. And George veers off to the left. Eddie George may be putting this baby away.
The handoff by Hoynes to George in a foot race, and he gets away. George is gone. Eddie George putting up more Heisman Trophy numbers.
Another team has slipped from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Wallace stumbles and falls, throws the ball in the end zone.
Oh, that snap. Gets past Burton. Burton chasing it down inside the 5. Picks it up, and he's tackled at the 1-yard line.
The Northwestern Wildcats have done it again.
Came here, made a promise one day that we'd take the purple to Pasadena, and we're going.
In the big matchup of the day.
Purple is back. He's got a man open in the end zone. Touchdown, Hilliard. He's got 4. Danny back looking around, goes into the end zone with Gurley. Touchdown.
Tommy Frazier has the Cornhuskers on top once again. Legendary coach Eddie Robinson has just recorded career coaching victory number 400 at Grambling State.
Texas hooks him one more time for the last Southwest Conference Championship.
And Todd, this one's for you. I've watched you work on Bourbon Street a little bit. You're pretty good, and this one's for me tonight. I know they'll be making a little bit of noise down there in the French Quarter, and we want to be well prepared. We have a new quarterback in the ball game. It's number 5, Al Clark from Virginia Tech, and Thomas runs around.
Tech there, that's one against the Longhorns of the University of Texas. Take a look at this effort by Brian Still, taking the punt on the run, then outrunning everybody. 60 yards, to get Virginia Tech on the board. Still scores another on a 54-yard touchdown pass from Jim Druckenmiller. And at the Sugar Bowl, Virginia Tech wins it 28-10.
Just staying low and taking their man out. They get 11 on the play in the first down. They try to bring it to the boundary. Archie is hit in the backfield, and it spikes from that linebacking position, who comes out to make first contact. Opening drive of our football game as we're about to go into 12 minutes in this opening quarter. Richardson, play action, zings the pass, has it complete. Olsen again inside the 20 and down to the 16-yard line. Would come out, they would get hot, and it has been very humid here in Tampa, but it is a very cool and pleasant day outside the rain. Pitch will go to the 8. Virtually the only team during the regular season that did run against Michigan.
They bring in 231-pound Enos right here. Curtis Enos.
Union City, Ohio. He gets the handoff. Oh, he gets cracked by Anthony Harris at the line of scrimmage, but I think he got the first down, Mike. Going to have to attempt the field goal, a 19-yard attempt. And he got it. So Penn State goes on the scoreboard first. 8:18 left in our opening quarter, and it's Penn State 3, Auburn nothing. Second all time for Patrick Nix. They roll the pocket. Taylor out front blocking. And this is just what Paterno was talking about. Instead of being trapped for a 3-yard loss, he's going to pick up a couple. He's at 3-0, opening quarter. Scrimmage, and that was Scioli. Scioli got a hand on it and tipped it into the air, and it goes incomplete, and Auburn will have to punt. Freddie Scott in motion. Milne. 10. He's off and running, and the big fullback will take it to the 40-yard line of Auburn. Martavius Houston saved 6 points. Pass thrown complete. That's Scott. Inside the 30 into the 29. It's Morrow in motion. And it's going to be the quarterback draw. Tried to spread him out, but the linebacker stayed at home, and he's going to be 1.5 yards short as Craig in short yardage comes in at quarterback. Right under center, there's the snap, and with the running play, and they break it with Fred Beasley. First down, Auburn at the 25. Sophomore out of Pritchard for the short yardage offense for Auburn on the first and goal. Davis to the right side, and a nice defensive play as he's tripped up in the backfield. Stopped at the 1.
Bad spot. Damian Craig ran down here. He becomes an extra running back, number 16. Let's see if Terry Bond tries to get him the football.
Play action. Wants his tight end, and Nix falls down. Killens was there, but he lost his footing on third down. It's a loss of 8.
Terry Killens stayed at home, which you want your defensive end to stay at home on that situation.
Good pass. Ball is down, and he missed it. Whoa, he missed it badly. Penn State going to throw on first down again. Oh, he had him open. The ball is tipped and intercepted by Del McGee of Auburn. The line to make is the 15. Patrick Nix, that's in the pocket, deep over the middle. Has it complete. Touchdown, Robert Baker.
He's marching in a parade here today.
Started his own parade. You could see Mostella coming on a blitz, and there was just nobody home.
There's nobody backside once he starts cutting back, and Charlie Rose, the one thing in this weather, you can't miss a block if you're the safety or miss a tackle, and Charles Rose missed the tackle. Spikes the freshman linebacker.
Second and goal. The blitz was coming. Here's Archie, and it spikes again. So Penn State does not go back to the huddle. They keep it at the line of scrimmage. Richardson in the end zone. It is knocked away by Dell McGee.
And once that towel comes off, it's going to be red.
Field goal attempt. Melvin in motion. It'll be pitched. Halftime, and it's third down. The line to make just inside the 15.
Now Keith Olsummer, the tight end, number 87, has been open on third down situations for Penn State. Let's see if they go to him.
Auburn showing blitz, and they stay at home. Pass, it's who he's looking for. It is Milne out of the backfield. And he nails this one. Is the 30. Nick's got a man wide open. Finally sees him, throws it late and gets it intercepted. I mean, to tell you, Gaucher looked like the first guy out to practice. Nix did not see him. You're going to go on top. Got a man wide open at the 10, and the catch is made by Gerovicius. First and goal.
Beautiful catch. Beautiful catch. Off the pass, Wally Richardson. And this is where the timeouts become available, Ron. Penn State saved all their timeouts. They've got 3 timeouts left. Wally Richardson with a very nice throw. Charles Rose is sitting on the hash just a little bit too long.
So Penn State calls a timeout, one of the 3 they had remaining. And that's 43 yards on that pass play. And that is a heck of a catch under these weather conditions.
Well, I'm not sure today it would have stayed dry anyway, Adrian.
And probably no sporting goods stores open.
Mike Archie in the backfield with Milne. Looking in the flat. That's who they went to. Archie. Touchdown, Penn State. Auburn 7. Now, the new Dodge halftime report. And here's Mike Tirico. Mike.
Ron, Mike, Adrian, thank you. Dry off, guys. Great pick.
They need the 2-yard line for the first down. Touchdown, Bobby Ingram. What a catch behind him. Mike, probably the best thing you can say about a player is that in the big games, they come up with the big plays, and that's one of the comments that Joe Paterno made about this young man yesterday. He just said in the big games, he doesn't disappear, he gets even bigger. Ingram, look at the ball, it's behind him, and he still brings it in.
Larry Melton, and then Mike Archie just goes inside. There's the block by Keith Conlon, number 53. Penn State knocking on the door. Charles Rose with the tackle. Just on the other side, 3 touchdowns.
Third down, Enos will not get there. Mark Smith is down at the bottom of that fray. You kick the field goal or you go for it?
No, I think you go for the touchdown here.
Enos, touchdown Penn State. Milne with the paving block.
The player of the day for Penn State on offense. He's done it all. Number 22 with a block on Anthony Harris, the outside backer that paves the way for Kurt Enos to score. He's had a great game running the football, blocking for the tailbacks. It's been the Brian Milne show.
Ron, the other Big Ten SEC game going on in Florida. Watch Central McClellan of Ohio State block number 39, Larry Pinion of Tennessee, the punter. Eddie George runs it 27 yards from there. Buckeyes lead 7-0 in the Citrus Bowl. Ron?
Adelphi 3. Heads up, everyone. First down and complete to Savoy just inside the marker, a gain of close to 9 and 10. Double tight ends in. Troutman the ball carrier, and he breaks loose. Troutman for a first down to the Oregon 45.
Manning in trouble and throws it away. And that was Luke Fickell who was closing in on him.
They're doing a good job of mixing up the coverage. They show a coverage, and then they play a different coverage, and that's really tough on a quarterback.
Oregon at the 25-yard line. Looks like he's changing it up. Pass complete to Damon Griffin. Wide receiver, a sophomore from Monrovia, California, gets down to the 17-yard line.
Will not return to this one. This is slowed.
What's up, everybody? Back home in Camden.
It's a record at 113 receiving yards. Down on one knee and down to 5 and down to 4. So our final score is Penn State 43 and Auburn 14. Stay tuned for the 1995 Rolex Orange Bowl Junior Tennis Championship from Miami coming up next. From Mike Gottfried, Adrian Karsten, and our entire ESPN crew, I'm Ron Franklin saying so long from Tampa, Florida. Congratulations to Penn State, the 1996 Outback Bowl champion.
Complete. Kidd. Molden made the tackle immediately, but it's a first down. 20 seconds on the clock. Dropped, and the pass intended for Caruth may have been tipped at the line.
I think that still applies right now. Every route they're throwing, they've had 2 tight ends. They protected him to give him the maximum opportunity to be successful.
15 seconds. Straight drop back on this play for Hessler. Lots of time. Does go deep. Savoy, the intended receiver, a bunch of ducks there, and it is incomplete. Brian Collins knocking it away. Both rising in 3 new defenders. Keith Miller comes in as the fullback. They'll have 2 running backs here in the short yardage situation.
Tim, I've got a sneaking suspicion that the offensive line got motivated at halftime.
Shown it so far. Let's see what happens on 3rd and short. Play action again. Deep pass, and the receiver slipped. Molden was there anyway. Caruth.
Buckeyes need 3 yards.
Showing double zone, Brent. Double man.
You can't run for it.
Not an eligible man. Loss of down.
That's an ineligible man, baby.
Hey, if you're going to go down trying. That's what he did. Never take a sack on 4th down when you're behind.
2nd down and 10.
Here's what to do. Get him 2 tight ends. Balance up that front and get after him.
Here he comes, Mr. Graham. He'll go down at the 20-yard line.
They didn't wear helmets in those days when I was going.
3rd down now for the Volunteers.
Oh, nice blocking.
Yeah. Ricochet still hammering away inside the 10-yard line. There's another one.
So, and out of the shotgun, Otten steps up, looking around. Now lets it go high. It's in the end zone. It's beyond the end zone.
It's out of the end zone.
And the half is over. And you score at halftime. Southern California 24, the Northwestern Wildcats 10. Now we'll join John Saunders and Todd Blackman.
All right, Keith, thanks a lot. Todd will join me in just a few moments' time. We'll take a look at the scores and highlights from the 4 other games being played right after this word and a message from your ABC stations.
ABC Sports College Football Halftime Report. Here now, John Saunders.
Welcome alongside Todd Blackledge. We'll have the scores and highlights of the other games in just a few moments' time. But right now, more of the Rose Bowl festivities. Let's rejoin our Keith Jackson. Keith.
Back at the Rose Bowl at halftime, let's join the University of Southern California Trojan Marching Band. Our director and his folks providing some entertainment for us.
Alongside Todd Blackledge, we're at halftime of the Rose Bowl, and right now USC has the lead 24-10, but a big turnover for Northwestern. Could that turn the tide for them?
Well, I think it can, John. A big psychological boost for the Wildcats. Get the turnover, get the field goal, and get a chance to get back in the football game. But Keyshawn Johnson, 124 yards receiving in the first half. He's showing why he's a primetime player.
All right, Northwestern has shown they can come from behind throughout this season. Right now, let's take a look at the other scores and highlights of the other games being played today, including the Outback Bowl in Tampa. Auburn in a bowl for the first time in a few years because of their probation. Wally Richardson, great day, 20 yards here to Bobby Ingram. 43-7 and 43-14 is the final as Joe Paterno now 17-8-1 in bowl games. That's a record. Wally Richardson 13 for 24, 217 yards and 4 touchdowns. Bobby Ingram 113 yards receiving. Wally Richardson, though, short of the Todd Blackledge record at Penn State for most yards passing in a bowl game.
Yeah, but John, this is really an important game for Wally Richardson. It was a tough season trying to follow the success of Kerry Collins. He got through it. He had a great game today, and that's a good start for 1996 for him.
Yeah, very big win for Penn State. Disappointment for Auburn. Now the Gator Bowl, Syracuse and Clemson. This one on paper looked like it could be a pretty good game, but some trickery here. Donovan McNabb.
Yeah, Donovan McNabb, a redshirt freshman quarterback, going to his favorite target, Marvin Harrison, for the touchdown.
56 yards, and Syracuse led 34-0 at that point. 41-0 is the final, so a pretty good weekend for the Big East.
Yeah, they could only fill 2 bowl slots, but both Virginia Tech and Syracuse with the big wins.
And Marvin Harrison, 173 yards receiving, averaging almost 25 every time he touched it. The CompUSA Florida Citrus Bowl seen earlier here today on ABC. Ohio State against Tennessee. Peyton Manning goes 47 yards here to Joey Kent. Nice catch to the end zone for the touchdown. And then, Todd, a little trouble for the Buckeyes as they try and score.
Yeah, key play on 4th down. Ohio State not an option team. They tried to fool Tennessee. It backfired, and the game was lost on that play.
Yeah, it bounced off Matt Calhoun's helmet as they tried to make the pitch, and Tennessee wins it 20-14. Eddie George, who won the Heisman Trophy, 25 carries. He did get his 100 yards, but look, he fumbled the ball twice. Graham, 26 carries for 154 yards, so the Buckeyes finished with 2 consecutive losses on the season.
Yeah, a tough way for Eddie George also to finish out his collegiate career. He won the Heisman, but 2 losses to end it out.
All right now the Cotton Bowl. Colorado in this one facing Oregon, and Oregon just outmanned in this one. Tony Graziani intercepted by Marcus Washington, and he returns it 95 yards for the touchdown. At that point, Colorado led 13-6. But they roll in this one. Number 7 knocking off number 12. 38-6 was the final. Hessler with 2 touchdown passes and a touchdown run as well. Oregon with 5 turnovers.
Yeah, Colorado a good football team. And, John, Colorado and Tennessee very similar. 2 teams that they've got to find a way to beat Nebraska and Florida in their respective conferences. But if they can do that, next year they might contend for the national championship.
And you wonder about the Cotton Bowl. The stadium was about half empty in this one. And if you don't have a Southwest Conference team, or that's broken up now, but a team from that area, they may struggle.
Yeah, that bowl's in some trouble right now.
Okay, right now, not also a part of the Alliance. So stick around. We'll still have more to come from our Rose Bowl festivities at halftime. USC has the lead.
Goal. DeLon Washington is in on the field at the 7-yard line, 1st and goal. And give it to Washington. Running over the left side, down to the 2. It's 2nd down and goal. The ball at the 2. 34-32, Southern California. Clock running at 3 minutes and 10 seconds to play. Northwestern with 2 timeouts remaining.
What they're talking about right there is stop, number 1, stop them, and number 2, strip them of the ball.
Washington over the top, touchdown. And he gives them another 1st down. Schnurr Throws to Autry. And they'll take him down and him up. It's a big penalty. It makes it 2nd down and 21 now. Musso with the catch.
First down. Florida was voted homecoming chief by the FSU student body this fall. Play action fake, trying to set up a screen, and it is caught by Khalid Abdullah. Good move to get down to the 32-yard line. Cannell looking deep down the middle toward the end zone, overthrown over the head of Cooper with Covington in coverage. Bowl for the FedEx Orange Bowl Classic, and the toss goes to Dunn with plenty of running room. First down, close to the 10-yard. He goes up and get the ball. Notre Dame leads 10-7. Florida State threatening on 3rd down. Cannell scrambled away from the pressure, throws to the end zone, and a great catch by Cooper.
That's incredible. That is a phenomenal catch by Cooper.
We go bowling first at the Orange, where it looked as if Irish eyes would be smiling. 8th-ranked Florida State rallied from a 12-point fourth-quarter deficit to top number 9 Notre Dame, 31-26. This Tom Krug TD pass gave the Irish a 26-14 lead in the 4th, but back came the Noles. Danny Cannell threw 2 of his 4 TD passes in the final 10 minutes, and FSU won their 11th straight bowl. Andre Cooper had 3 TD catches. Roses are red, Northwestern was blue. USC rolled when Keyshawn came through. 17th-ranked USC won the Rose Bowl, 41-32, over this season's Cinderella, number 3 Northwestern. All-American receiver Keyshawn Johnson reeled in 12 passes for 216 receiving yards. The Wildcats still finished the season a strong 10-2. The Trojans 9-2-1.
They kept talking in the newspaper about, oh, God, we're this, we're that. They're a fine football team. They deserve to be in a Rose Bowl. When you start talking and everybody hyping them all, the media all on their job, that offends us. So we got to come out and prove a point. That's what we did today.
At the Gator Bowl, freshman Donovan McNabb turned in the performance of New Year's Day as he led number 22 Syracuse to a 41-0 rout of 21st-ranked Clemson. McNabb passed for 309 yards and tossed 3 touchdowns. This one was a 56-yard beauty to Marvin Harrison. 4th-ranked Tennessee squeezed the juice out of number 5 Ohio State at the Citrus Bowl, 20-14. The story was not Heisman Trophy winner Eddie George. Instead, it was Vols back Jay Graham. Graham rambled for 69 yards here for a touchdown and finished with 154 rushing yards. George was held to 101 yards. Colorado coach Rick Neuheisel was victorious in his bowl debut as 7th-ranked Colorado waxed number 12 Oregon in the Cotton Bowl, 38-6. The Buffaloes D forced 5 turnovers, and quarterback John Hessler grabbed the reins and directed his team. 2 touchdown passes and a touchdown run. Just another gorgeous day in the Sunshine State. Number 15 Auburn was stunned by 16th-ranked Penn State, 43-14. Auburn actually owned a 7-3 second-quarter lead, but the explosion for Penn State came in the 3rd quarter when they scored 27 points. Quarterback Wally Richardson lit up the scoreboard with 4 touchdown passes. NFL, Green Bay Packers quarterback Brett Favre had a great final day of 95, and 96 started on the same note. Sunday, he led the Pack to a 37-20 wild-card win over the Falcons. Monday, he was named the NFL's most valuable player.
The Gators instead, and Steve Spurrier thrilled to have him. He has scored 19 touchdowns his first 2 seasons. 2nd and 10, one-on-one coverage, trying to find Goring. Michael Booker was right with him. Good coverage on that play. On 3rd and 10, 7th play for Florida on this drive, and there's Riedel Anthony for the first down at the 29. 14-yard completion. 1st and 15. Werfel looking down toward the end zone. Hilliard was down there, but knocked away by Michael Booker. And Jerome Evans split behind Werfel. More protection and just a pass of the short variety with Phil Ellis coming in on the tackle. Down and 10. This is about as far out too as they could expect from their place kicker. Riedel Anthony down at the 3-yard line. 26 yards.
His offensive line to his advantage this close to the goal line. You know, Florida can run the ball a lot better than people think they can.
Two tight ends. Elijah Williams has come in a tailback. Pitch. Elijah trying to get outside, trying to get past Ellis. Makes the move, and they say short of the goal line. In goal. Setting up a quarterback sneak again. Werfel just reached out and found the goal line. Touchdown, Florida. Same play they used earlier on this series on the 4th down call near midfield. They cleared everybody out, and Werfel on the sneak first got him a first down. This time got him a touchdown.
One of the things that's so hard about this Florida offense is they spread you out and then they can run the ball, or they spread you out and they can throw it.
Sugar Bowl, where Alabama beat Miami. And you had that Orange Bowl, the Fiesta Bowl. Remember that one here, Penn State, Miami, with Penn State prevailing. Phillips. Tough to bring down, out to the 36. 10-6 will continue after this message and a word from your local station.
Manatee, where Tommy Frazier played his career, looked up to Tommy. Tommy said, hey, you can't impersonate me totally. Jim?
Lawrence Phillips breaking one inside the 10, a touchdown, Nebraska.
Dribbled it out to the 1-foot line.
Nonetheless, 2nd and 31. You can't get any closer. There they got him. There's the safety. Jamel Williams. Set.
They're running Florida's offense.
Well, they practiced enough against it. Quarterback draw, and Frazier. Let him break a tackle, and it gets to the outside. Frazier with blockers in front. It looked like the Gators might stop him short of the first down, and instead, Tommy Frazier takes it all the way inside of the 20. 31-yard. Osborne unhappy with Cornhuskers. They got their attention for the timeout. Here on the pitch, Green to the corner. Near a first down. 1st and goal. Green got the first down. 1st and goal at the 5. Tim Carpenter has come in as a second tight end, joining Mark Gilman. Fullback time. And Schuster almost got there. Huskers, did you?
That's why I'm up here with you.
1-5 all time.
Oh, don't make me feel bad.
Well,
it's a new year.
2nd and goal now. Here's Ahman Green. He is in for the touchdown. And goal. Frazier. Good fake. End zone. Man was open. Gilman. Frazier just down all the way, and the late pitch results in very little at all. Dexter Daniels. Just a final pop there on Phillips. So that time, the Gators read the option quite well.
And you notice, Jim, how quickly they flowed to the outside, to play the outside. The previous play, when the fullback hurt him up inside, that's the reason. That defense is flowing so fast to the outside because of the pressure that Frazier and either Ahman Green or Lawrence Phillips puts on your defense.
3rd and goal. 3rd and goal from the 8. They've loaded up the backfield. John Vedral comes out of there. And now Frazier rolled out, looking, and through the end zone. So Florida had to have a big defensive series in that goal-to-go situation, and they may have come up with it. Looking for a 15-point lead, 26-yard boot, split it. So, Nebraska with 3:46 to go in the second quarter now has taken a 25-10 lead. Still with 4 receivers in the game. Wuerffel still trying the spread formation. Florida lives by this fun and gun. And out to the 30-yard line. They had some nice movement there in the first quarter. Ike Hilliard on the catch. Third down and 3. Nebraska warning the blitz. There are flags down. Look like Nebraska may have jumped. And Hilliard was out there. Wuerffel's man overthrown a bit. 2:51 remaining in the second quarter. So successful going to Doring on the game's opening series. He got 4 balls on that drive. See if Wuerffel goes back to him. That pass picked off by Michael Booker. Free room ahead. Michael Booker in for the touchdown. With 26 points in this quarter. And here they come in uncontested again on the quarterback. Florida ended up coming back from that 16-point deficit and scored 48 unanswered points.
Don't count them out.
So Mike Rucker, a freshman, makes the sack. Here they come on Wuerffel. He gets it away in time. Doring bumped out of bounds by Mike Minter. The bowl record, as you might expect. Nebraska has never had any success in this game. 0-4 in the Fiesta all time. But they're in on him again. Eric Warfield blitzing. Sophomore from Texarkana, Arkansas. They are not giving Wuerffel any time to operate. The shotgun. Remember, Nebraska has 1 timeout to work with. Catch made by John Vedral. By the way, Jimmy Ray Stevens was Wuerffel's high school coach. Frazier. Short side and out of bounds to stop the clock. Go. That was wide left. 3rd and 1. Easily getting the yardage. Phillips down at the 45 of Florida. So, under a minute to go. Wide open is Holbein. Holbein making a move to get down near the 10-yard line.
How about those people that say Tommy Frazier can't throw?
So with no tight end in this alignment, clock running, 13 seconds. High snap, and let's see, the senior scoops it up and gets out of bounds to stop the clock with 27 seconds.
I think that Steve Spurrier will get his team in there and just get him settled down just like he did against Tennessee.
Short snap it they do to Phillips, and he's down at the 5. For a moment there, I thought he might get past that wave. 4 play. Frazier rolling out, ball deflected up in the air.
Time
for Chris Brown on the kick, and good from 24 yards. The Bear going against Penn State. This is Major Ogilvie on the pitch. Alabama led 14-7. Then what a defensive stand by the Crimson Tide, stopping them twice. 3rd and 4th downs from the goal line. And the Bear had himself back-to-back championships riding off the shoulders, off the wave of the Crimson Tide. Good fake. That froze Florida. Kings open. Clester Johnson down to the 16, 17-yard line. There's a case where Frazier just froze the Gators. Measure that. 2nd down and 9. Phillips blocking in front for his quarterback. Eighth play of the drive, and they've had the football already for 5 minutes. Frazier for the end zone and intercepted. Second time tonight. And Anthony Lott makes the pick in the end zone. And Frazier kind of holding on to a hamstring to give Florida momentum. First 15 from the pocket. Wuerffel looking for a big one. Oh, and he had Riedel Anthony. Wuerffel getting his protection, trying the right sideline. And Hilliard was the man he was looking for.
In the game, they had that timing, that rhythm. They had it their way. Then the Nebraska defense began to apply that pressure.
5 receivers in the game. Third down, 15. Look out. Farley. Wuerffel never had a chance. Dumped him at the 6. Well, probably going to be a second-team All-America. Let's put him on the team. They know. Phillips looking to pass. Reggie Ball was wide open. One of the few things that Lawrence Phillips hasn't performed at a high level tonight. And on 4th and 5, Nebraska getting very close to the first down yard. Quarter. 6 minutes to go. Third quarter with Florida trailing 35-10. 1 second on the play clock. Just beat it. And now can they beat him over here? One-on-one coverage. They do. Hilliard going out of bounds at midfield from the 50. Setting up the reverse. Riedel Anthony. Good tackle there by Terrell Farley. Down 6. Wuerffel, man open. Defender fell down. And Ike Hilliard makes another grab on this series. 18-yard reception. Win it. Looking for a little more trickery. Back to Riedel Anthony. And defenders everywhere. Wuerffel. Picked off again. Intercepted. Eric Stokes. On his way to a 33-3 record as a starter. It's almost as though Florida thought the whistle had blown, but it hadn't. No one complained about it. I mean, he shook off of 4 tackles. Daniels, Wright, Weary. No one was left. Third and 4. Shotgun Frazier. There he has his 200. First and goal inside of the 10.
15 carries, 200.
Rutledge. That does not count as a sack. Just a 5-yard loss off of Frazier's total. And third and goal. Phillips with that last effort found the end zone. His 3rd touchdown of the night. Third.
At sports, the Nebraska Cornhuskers toasted the Florida Gators 62-24 to win their 2nd consecutive national championship at the Fiesta Bowl. Lawrence Phillips and Tommy Frazier did it all. Phillips scored a pair of first-half touchdowns and finished with 3 TDs and 165 yards rushing. Tommy Frazier also ran for 2 touchdowns. The Fiesta Bowl MVP rambled for 75 of his 199 yards rushing right there.